Libra, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Libra Tarot love reading. Today we are going to take a behind-the-scenes peek at your romantic person of interest here for the end of February 2024. We're going to find out what is going on with your person, see if there's anything that your attention or your awareness needs to be brought to about them so you can figure out what to do moving forward. To do that, I'm going to get 5 cards to represent what's going on with your person. Then I'm going to clarify each of those cards with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on with this person you're romantically tied to. So let's get 5 cards for what is going on with Libra's romantic person of interest in February 2024, the end of it here. What does Libra's attention and awareness need to be brought to? What this person they're romantically tied to. Just get one more. Thank you. Alrighty. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading, 8 of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy of work. It's about putting in the work, putting in the time, effort, and energy on something in order to get what they want, or at the least having the willingness to put in the work on something to get what it is that they want. Right behind that, we have the King of Cups. This is either Scorpio or Pisces energy. Doesn't necessarily mean you're dealing with the Scorpio or Pisces. The King of Cups is just that type of an energy here. This is the pinnacle of the cup suit. So this is someone that has a lot of love and emotions for you. The King of Cups, though, he doesn't usually wear his heart on his sleeve, so he doesn't always publicly broadcast what he's feeling about something, good or bad. So this could be the kind of person that's like madly in love with you and they just don't express that. You may not even know. This could even be the kind of person who's going through some emotional turmoil right now, and you also can't tell that because they don't talk about it, they don't show it, you can't see it on their face. This indicates that this person has a lot of love and emotions for you, and they have something that they want to work on with you. Oh, I see. There has been a breakup somewhere between the two of you. This 5 of Pentacles is Taurus energy of abandonment. It's about being abandoned, being cast aside, being left out in the cold, walked away from, discarded. This indicates that there was a breakup, even though there were all these feelings here. And now there's this desire to work on that. Yeah. Emperor right behind that, Aries energy. This is taking control of a situation, taking charge of a situation, putting together the plan to get what they want, and then executing the plan to get what they want. If I had to stop right now based on that and what I can see just right here at the surface level, I would say that there was a breakup between the two of you and this person is trying to work their way back. Let's clarify this here and see what we got going on here. Well, I guess I should tell you what cards actually came out. First card is always the most important for them. It is the 5 of Wands, Justice, the Star, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Cups. Like, on the surface, this looks awesome with the exception of this 5 of Wands here. The 5 of Wands is Leo energy. 5s are conflict. Wands are about desires, so this is a conflict in their desires, an internal conflict where they're pulling themselves in multiple different directions. It's usually like a piece of them wants this one thing and another piece of them wants this other thing, and they're kind of torn between the two, and they're like having this internal battle of tug of war in terms of what is it that they actually want. So let's clarify this. See what I can find out. Tell me more about this 5 of Wands. Why is Libra's romantic person of interest got the 5 of Wands as their first card? Got one that stayed in here. There we go. Let's get one more, please. Why is the 5 of Wands here? Okay, we're taking 2. On the bottom of the deck, King of Wands. This is either Leo or Sagittarius energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what they want. They usually don't take no for an answer. They usually don't let obstacles or roadblocks or challenges get in their way. This is the kind of person that's very driven and motivated and ambitious and determined. And it's the kind of person that's either going to find a way to get what they want or they're going to make a way to get what they want. This is, however, the pinnacle of the wand suit, and the wands being about passion and desire. The wand is also the phallic symbol of the tarot deck, so it represents the male you-know-what, and using that to be intimate and sex and sexual energy and all that fun stuff. So this is the pinnacle of that suit. So it's not just someone who's driven and motivated like in the normal sense. They're probably also driven and motivated by passion and desire. That's probably what led us to the Five of Pentacles. I just saw that 3 cards deep in the overall energy, and now here it is again underlying the surface level energy here. Again, this is abandonment, this is breakup, this is being cast aside. I don't think that's what they want. Maybe I'm clarifying an internal conflict. There might be a piece of them that really followed the wand and wanted some passion, desire stuff, and that led to a breakup, and now looks like they're probably wanting to work on it because they've kind of calmed that down a little bit at this point. Hopefully that's what it's telling me. Right underneath that 5 of Pentacles, yeah, I think that's what's going on. We got this 4 of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is a card of being emotionally not fully happy, not fully content. The person on the card's not happy with what they have right there in front of them, and they're so distracted by this other cup, this other thing that they believe is going to lead to their happiness or their fulfillment. This usually means that someone wants something more than what they have. Like the 3 cups in tarot represent being united and celebrating. So they're not happy probably because there is not united yet. Clearly there's been a breakup. They could be daydreaming about you, thinking about you, having you on the mind. Sometimes this card will represent that there's already a love offer on the table between the 2 of you already, and it just hasn't been accepted or rejected. It's been left hanging here in the air with nothing being done about it. This could even represent that they're internally conflicted here because they have all this passion and desire and want for you, but there has been a breakup. We do see this at least willingness to put in the work on something and a lot of love and emotions being here, even if it's not being spoken about. This could be them longing for you. This could even be saying, hey, I followed my wand. I was internally conflicted here. And, you know, like the King of Cups, this love and emotions king is buried underneath. And here the King of Wands, the passion desire king, is out on the top. So they could have been internally conflicted between love and desire and made a bad choice and ended with a breakup here. And now they can't get you off their mind. You know, the world, the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. This would be an ending to something and at the same time starting back over at the beginning of the next thing. Yeah, 5 of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. 5s again are conflict. This could be a conflict in communicating. It could be a fight, an argument, bitter words being spoken, words being used like weapons. This can also represent a betrayal of some kind. It is. I don't have anything concrete about it. There's hints that something like that could have happened. Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love and emotion. That's tied to the betrayal here. That's tied to the ending of the cycle, probably with you, and the beginning of a new cycle with someone else. Could be a case here too. Man, this could be someone who's never fully happy with what they have right in front of them, and there's always this other new thing that shows up, and then they can't get that out of their mind and they want that, but then when they get that too, not very long before they're not happy with that anymore. It's kind of reminded me of like spoiled brat kind of an energy where like the little kid wants this new toy really, really bad, and he gets the toy and 10 minutes later doesn't want it anymore. He's not even playing with it, and then the next day he wants something new. It's kind of feeling like that a little bit. That's what's underlying this 5 of Wands. When I look at what actually came out here, I get the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Noticing a pattern here. I'm clarifying a wand. I got a wand on the bottom of the deck, and 3 out of the 4 cards that came out are also wands. That's a whole lot of passion, a whole lot of desire, Probably a whole lot of sexual energy. That probably directly led to their conflict here. This Eight of Wands is a very fast-moving energy. The only card faster than this is the Chariot. This is very fast forward movement on something, very fast forward progress on something. It can be rapid back and forth passionate communications happening. This can also just be like a whole lot happening all at once, a whole lot of energy coming at them all at once, and it would be like too much. It would be like trying to take a drink out of a fire hose. It's just way too much to handle all at once. It'll blow your ass halfway down the street. So it would be like an overwhelming amount of energy here. Probably passion, desire based energy. Hence that conflict between, the wand and the heart, so to speak. Either on the other side of the king, on both decks, right behind the king, is that breakup energy. And that's crazy too, because the next card was that Emperor, oh shit, and the King of Wands. The Emperor is card 4 of the major arcana. The other deck also has a 4 there, the 4 of Cups. So yeah, I think your person lets the wand control them, and this could be a person who tries to pretend like they have control when they may not. Hanged Man, progress halted, things get stuck. They get stuck in that King of Wands, like advance, conquer type energy. The Moon, that's something being hidden in the dark, a secret being kept. That's probably what changed everything. I got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Oh, sheesh. This looks like wife. This looks like, Beyonce, like person I'm living with, person I'm building my life around. That's probably you here, of a change to that dynamic. And then Queen of Swords, this is you stepping into Libra energy and speaking the truth and cutting off the person or the thing that isn't in your best interest anymore. That's usually the severing of a relationship. I think that underlying stuff here has just told me why there was a 5 of Pentacles breakup here. Let me put these back where they're supposed to be. Yep, like that. Okay. I think we got a little insight on that. There's probably a whole lot of passionate communication on their end. There's probably more passion and desire, like urges and sensations, than they could defend against. Yeah, the 9 of Wands. So we got this progressing energy. We're going from the 5 and skipping a couple steps to the 8, and then we're at the 9. This is Sagittarius energy of being walled off and defensive about something. It's usually a card of healing. This is the wounded warrior, and he's been hurt. Hence this wall he builds around himself. It's like a defense mechanism. It's a way to protect himself so he doesn't get hurt anymore, because he doesn't want to get hurt again. He wants to heal so he can move forward in his journey. Sometimes that's what this is about. Sometimes this can just represent that there's a barrier in the way. There's some sort of a wall in the way. Like when we have those walls that we put up, and we're humans, we all do that. Those walls don't usually protect us the way that we think they do. Like, for example, his wall is just some sticks in the ground. If I wanted to get to him and hurt him, those sticks are not going to stop me. I'll just run and barrel through the sticks and get to him. Or I could even turn sideways and probably force my way between him. Like, the wall doesn't really protect him, but it does make a pretty good fence to like keep him away from the thing that he wants. These two came out together. We got the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Wands. So we are going backwards in wand energy finally here. This 6 of Wands is Leo energy of recognition. Sometimes this means your person has some sort of a recognition about something, like they recognize something about themselves, like maybe I'm getting in my own way here. They could recognize something about you or the connection, or this, holy crap, I have all these feelings that I don't always show, and now I need to do something to work on this to get past this breakup, and like I need to take control of this wand energy that I have because I keep getting stuck in that. Yeah, it could be something along those lines here. This could also represent your person becoming recognized for something, as in they get seen and shown in that kind of a light. This could be like whatever happened here gets recognized. Either way, it's with another 6, the 6 of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. This is about moving forward into calmer waters. It's about moving away from rough, choppy waters in the past and moving forward toward what it is that they want, where there's more clarity. At its core, this is about like moving away from something painful and moving forward towards something pleasurable. It's that, both of the twin forces of motivation, it's both of them being utilized at the same time. It's like I'm moving away from the painful thing and leaving it behind me. The question is, though, when they move forward into their future, are they going to carry the burdens that painful thing that they went through caused and let that stuff continue to weigh them down? Are they going to recognize, what kind of internal conflict they have going on and do something about that so they don't carry that into the future with them? Are they going to learn the lessons, I guess is what I'm trying to say, that this painful stuff taught them? That way, when they go forward, nothing like this happens again. I think that is probably what their intention is here, because the next card we have is Justice. This is the Libra Major Arcana card. This is most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword on the card is used to cut away something that's not in balance, so balance gets restored and the right, fair, just thing can happen. The fact that it's here tells me something was out of balance, something incorrect has happened, something, wrong has happened, something unfair has happened, and there's a need to correct that. So let me clarify that and see what we can find out. Tell me more about Justice. Why is that here for Libras or romantic person of interest at the end of February 2024, please? Okay. We got some extras here. On the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. In terms of zodiac signs, this represents the 4 fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. This is sometimes the Wheel of Fate. This is like sometimes a fated event, like something that's supposed to happen and it's going to happen no matter what, and there's not really anything anyone can do about it. Sometimes this can be divine timing, like it's going to happen when it's supposed to and not a minute sooner, not a minute later. Nothing anybody can do to speed it up or slow it down. This can be the universe turning that wheel in the background, trying to make sure things line up the way they're supposed to, so that what's supposed to happen can happen. Like, that's kind of part of the meaning of Justice. And whenever I have both of them together, that kind of gets really hammered home there. Like, this is about cutting off the thing that's not in balance, so balance gets restored, and then the right, fair, just thing happens. Like, what's supposed to happen can happen. And this is like sometimes like what's supposed to happen, period. Like, this is what's supposed to happen. This is also like a change in luck and fortune too. So usually if things are going great and you get the Wheel of Fortune, that indicates there's going to be a change to that and things are going to go to hell in a handbasket pretty quick. If things have been going bad, which it looks like, I mean, we had a breakup with internal conflict, overload with probably passion energy, something in my way, I'm recognizing, trying to leave it behind, trying to balance this out. This could be, if things have been bad, this is me trying to turn the wheel the other way to right the ship and right the wrong. Page of Pentacles. This is news and messages and communications about some practical, tangible, physical, real-world opportunity presenting itself. It'd be communicating about that. Sometimes this can be someone comes bearing a gift. So this is a page, though. It's the least developed of the court cards. So it's an energy that's not fully matured yet, not fully developed yet. This can sometimes represent being at the beginning stages of having some plan for the future. Possibly even communicating about that, some plan to turn this around and right the wrong, so to speak. Yeah, with Libra here, they're going to be communicating with you if they haven't already. Like I said, this is she who knows the truth. This is about speaking the truth on something and cutting off the things and the people that aren't in your best interest. And yeah, I don't blame you if some bad stuff happened. Yeah, rightfully so. Cut that off. This looks like them recognizing they did some stuff wrong, trying to leave that in the past and move forward here. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this card. Is like, hey, can we take this thing and leave it behind us and move forward together still without carrying that with us? That's kind of what this is feeling like. When I clarify Justice, I get the 8 of Cups. Well, Temperance. the Emperor, and the Queen and the King of Pentacles. Okay, I gotta skip ahead just for a second. I've got Justice, which can represent legal system in some way. I've got the Hierophant, which is a card of like taking it to the next level, engagements, weddings, marriage, like being fully committed. I've got the Ten of Cups out here. This is like the happily ever after, like two people together pouring themselves into each other, fully happy, fully in love. Most people's goal in love and relationships. And I got King and Queen of Pentacles, which typically represents wife, husband type energy. I could be talking here about a marriage where there was a problem and there was a breakup, either moving out or leaving and possibly trying to come back at this point, wanting to work on it at this point, wanting to right the wrongs and correct course here. This Eight of Cups is Pisces energy. This is a card of emotionally detaching, physically walking away. The person in the card's walking away from these 8 full cups because that's not good enough for them. They believe there's something better out there for them. So this is about walking away from what you have to go down a new path in search of your 9th and your 10th cup, that personal happiness and wish fulfillment, that happily ever after that we all dream about. This is about walking away from that, emotionally detaching. A lot of times I see this when person has the, like, is the grass greener on the other side of the fence syndrome, you know, and they got to go find out. Usually what happens is they find out, no, dumbass, the grass is not greener on the other side of the fence. It's greener where you water it and nurture it and pour something of yourself into it.
Yes.
So they almost always try to come back. So I'm getting that message. Temperance is next. This is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of patience. It's a card of blending things together to create something new and being willing to do that little bits at a time and come back and make fine-tuning type adjustments to that until you get it just right. This is also an energy of reconciliation. In a standard Rider-Waite tarot deck like this one, Temperance is got an angel with 2 cups, and the water is flowing back and forth between the cups, and water represents love and emotions, and in that card it's been separated into 2 different cups and she's recombining it. So a lot of times for me, Temperance is a reconciliation energy. There's some barrier in the way of that for them, and that barrier is the Wand, which is about this internal conflict they're having. Next, to clarify justice, I get the Emperor. Again, we've already seen this, 4 cards deep in the overall energy here. It's that Aries energy of taking control, taking charge of the situation, putting together a plan to get what they want, executing the plan to get what they want. Like, if 2 cards now in this little bit of the story about early stages of a plan to turn things around, putting together the plan and executing it. The thing that they want is clearly for the 2 of you to be together. Like I said, this represents, it's Capricorn energy, but this is usually like the wife energy, the mother energy, the stable, committed, grounded, nurturing person that I'm building my life with, and the King of Pentacles. Like, these 2 work together as equals to build the 10 of Pentacles, which is like combining together lives, living together, being married, going down that path at least. It's very, very rare in a reading that in one deck I'll get the King and the Queen of Pentacles come out on the table together, like anywhere in the spread, let alone come out back to back like that. I'm having strong assumptions that if this wasn't a marriage, this was like people that either lived together or spent so much time together physically, y'all might as well have been married. Central to this whole energy for them is the Star. This is the Aquarius Major Arcana card. It's a card of healing. It's a card of hope. In a love reading, this can indicate that this person thinks that you're probably the one for them. It's not the universe saying that, but it's in their energy, so it's them feeling that way. This is also card 17 in the Major Arcana. Card 16, the one before this, is the Tower. So you don't make it to the Star energy without going through the Tower at some point first. And when that tower happens and some important thing in their life falls apart right in front of them, it all comes crashing down. That's a complete game changer because nothing's the same as it was the day before that. And when that tower collapses, it's really hard to see the path moving forward from there. And that's what the star is. It's that guiding light from the universe that shows up after the tower to light the way for someone so they can see the path moving forward. This is where hope comes from. It's where healing comes from. And in a love reading, this usually indicates that this person is at least maintaining the hope that whatever went wrong between the two of you can be healed and fixed. I want to put the work in on that, and they're trying to turn that around here. So tell me more about the star. Why is that the central energy for Libra's romantic person of interest here in February 2024? Get 3 cards for the star, please. Oh, they're being stubborn. Yeah, well, we're not taking all of these. We'll take this one. Let's get 2 more, please. Tell me about the star. Thank you. Okay. Now come here. Cut my fingernails, and now it's hard to pick these things up. Yeah, bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. That's already out here as the final card. We're going to clarify it in a couple minutes. Pisces energy. This is the happily ever after. Everybody's goal in love and emotions and relationships. It's like happy fairy tale ending, happy fairy tale love connection. This person thinks you're the one for them. Judgment. Okay, they had this with you, and judgment was passed on it. This is a card about a final verdict and judgment, a final decision in a love reading. That's almost always we're calling it dead and over with. The other meaning it could be is this is also a reconciliation energy. Angels playing on the trumpet and raising the dead. It's like bringing the dead back to life. If the tower collapsed and this whole thing fell apart, and this is them having the hope that things can be healed and get the 10 of Cups back. This is them looking for the judgment of let's resurrect this. Let's bring this back. 9 of Pentacles. There's some Virgo single energy behind all of that. This is a step back from the 10 of Pentacles that I talked about when I said the King and the Queen of Pentacles build the 10 of Pentacles together. It's combined together lives, living together, married, building a life together. This is a step backwards from that. This is independent. This is single energy. This is I'm physically by myself type energy here. 6 of Cups. Yeah, Scorpio energy. This is a card of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days and the way things used to be between the two of you. This indicates a deep emotional connection between the two of you, history between the two of you. It can sometimes represent something from the past trying to come back for another lap, someone from the past trying to come back. Definitely what's going on here, hitting me with it all over the place. What clarifies the star, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. This is like rushing forward and taking this rapid, decisive action on something. The problem with the Knight of Swords, sometimes, like the good part is this could be a person who doesn't need to think about it because they already know, like expert on the topic. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to do it. No thought required. The negative side of it is it can be a person who doesn't think things through first. They don't think about it first. They don't think about it while they're doing it. They just come hauling ass in, taking this action, and then they split and they don't bother to think about it until after it's too late. Sometimes this gets called the narcissist card. I don't have anything out here that makes me think that. Take that part however it resonates for you. But this is someone who takes like really fast moving, decisive action that's tied directly beside this 8 of Cups, that emotionally detached energy, walking away to go see if the grass is greener or not. I think they did that without thinking about it. Next card we have to clarify the star is the Page of Cups, news, messages, communications about love and emotions. Sometimes this is an apology coming in. I saw what could be a gift, like someone coming bearing gifts, someone coming bearing an apology, trying to heal things. Coming in telling you, look, I did something stupid. I shouldn't have done that, and I didn't think about it. And this could just be them expressing their feelings to you. expressing their love to you. I did see King of Cups toward the beginning, having all the love and emotions for you, but probably not expressing it. Looks like that's about to change here. Yeah, and tied directly to this either apology or expressing their feelings, it's right beside Temperance here, trying to recombine the two of you back together. Final card to clarify this star, we have the Knight of Wands. Second fastest knight in the deck. So I got a lot of speed here. I got the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands. More passion, desire here. This is rushing forward, taking this rapid, passionate action on something they have a lot of passion and desire for. Rushing forward, making progress on something like that. This is sometimes a wishy-washy, non-committal kind of an energy. It could be in and out, back and forth. Someone who starts off really gung-ho, saying they want something and taking all this action on the thing they say they want, but then something changes their mind and they pull back and go a different direction for some reason. It's like non-committal in the sense of like, I can't stay fully committed to what I said I wanted. Sometimes this is the player of the tarot deck. That's the only thing that's concerning me here, is because like I've got this, what is sometimes referred to as a narcissist, sometimes referred to as a player, and in the center of it is the child emotional energy, like the not fully emotionally developed, not fully emotionally mature, said another way, emotionally immature energy. If that is part of the problem that they're having, part of this internal conflict that they're having, hopefully this is talking about them healing from that and them communicating that to you. Hopefully they didn't have the narcissism bit or the player bit to begin with, but just in case that applies to you, I'm putting it out here because it's definitely here. Like I said, this can be somebody who comes rushing in all passionately, tells you what they want, tells you what you want to hear to get what they want, and then they go somewhere else and do the same bit there. So it's beside the Emperor. So hopefully they have healed that and they have taken control of that and gotten that piece of themselves under control. Maybe that's what this putting in the work is about. Maybe they were putting in some work emotionally. Maybe they went and got some counseling. This is a good counseling type of an energy here. They could have went and got some counseling because they realized that they were in their own way. I think they recognized that and like started moving forward, and now they're here trying to make things right and potentially apologize. Looks like having gone through some healing themselves and now trying to heal something with you. Next we have the Hierophant, Taurus Major Arcana energy. It's, like I said, a card of commitment. It's about something bigger than you and being committed to something bigger than you. Being fully committed in a relationship, taking that to the next level. Marriage. Tell me about the Hierophant. Why is that here for Libra's romantic person of interest at the end of February 2024, please? Let's get one more. On the bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups again. Man, I've seen it repeatedly, and again, that's the card that we're going to clarify next. So again, happily ever after, happy fairy tale love connection, happy fairy tale romance. Judgment. There was a judgment passed on that. But this is them wanting to resurrect it, wanting to bring it back from the grave, thinking about the past, wanting something from the past to come back. Two of Wands, Aries energy. This is the fork in the road. This is a crossroads in your person's life. It's probably a crossroads in this connection between the two of you. It's that decision point, and it's a decision for them about which path leads them to the world that they really want. What do I actually want from my life, and which path gets me there, and which path do I have to leave behind? This is that choice point for them. Four of Cups. They're not happy with what they have in front of them, and they're thinking about you. They're wanting that cup with you back. They're wanting to fill that back up. They're looking for an opportunity for that with you. If they have not already communicated what they want and made a love offer to you, they're currently contemplating it and just haven't done so yet because they're probably worried of getting rejected, especially when I've seen this Five of Pentacles in both decks already. So if it hasn't come in yet, it's fixing to. When I clarify the Hierophant, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. Typically what people are working together to build is the Ten of Pentacles, which again I've alluded to out here with the King and Queen of Pentacles. They're wanting to get the commitment back and put the teamwork and effort into this with you. It's tied to that Knight of Swords. Like maybe this is a spot where they don't need to think about it. They're just going to come in and do it. Like they know that's what they want. I still feel like they didn't think about it before they detached and did whatever they did though. Especially with this Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy. Lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind your back trying to get away with something that they shouldn't have been trying to get away with. It's sitting right beside the Page of Cups. Lovey-dovey communications, love messages. Could have been doing something sneaky like that. Could have been worse than that. I haven't seen any hard facts about anything being worse. I was cutting them the benefit of the doubt entirely until we got here. Again, though, that's not the only meaning of the Seven of Swords. It can also represent self-preservation, as in your person not wanting to be hurt, which is why they steal the Five Swords, to prevent someone from hurting them. It can also represent leaving something behind, because he can only carry 5, and he has to leave these other 2 swords behind. There's definitely a wall, like in this row, there's a wall preventing Temperance, like blending it back together. There is communication coming in about it, probably an apology, hopefully an apology for the dumb stuff that they did, and this isn't them. It's telling me directly, like, they should apologize for what they did, and it's telling me directly with this Hierophant Three of Pentacles that there was a commitment between the two of you, and you were working together as equals, and then they did this sneaky, deceptive stuff, and that created the breakup. That created this Nine of Pentacles single Virgo energy here. This is like independence, physically single. It's, like I said, it's a step backwards from the Ten of Pentacles that we've alluded to numerous times. It's not always a person that is single when I get this card. Sometimes it's a person who isn't single. They're with someone, and they present themselves in the physical world as if they were single. They do sneaky, deceptive type stuff behind their person's back, and even potentially lie to the other person that they were doing sneaky, deceptive stuff with by making it look like they're single when they're not. And it's also right beside that Knight of Wands player energy. I'm hoping this is your person getting control of themselves here. Final card for them, Ten of Cups. Again, Pisces energy, happily ever after, happy fairy tale ending. I got to get a drink here. Like, it's everybody's goal. This is people that are together, though, emotionally, and pouring themselves into each other. Tell me about the Ten of Cups, please. Why is this the last card to leave us romantic person adventures? Yes, I turned it right side up. I don't read reversals. The only exception to that is when one comes upside down and I try to flip it up, and then I always say I get yelled at, but it's not like there's a voice in my head. It's not like I got a spirit guide hiding behind me screaming at me for real. That's not what I'm saying. It's like, you ever touch your tongue to a 9-volt battery and like that jolt it gives you? That's kind of what it feels like internally when I get yelled at, like to not flip it right side up. That didn't happen there though. So let's get one more. Why is this? Never mind. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Again, this is either passing that final verdict in judgment to call it dead and over with, or this is resurrecting it. Six of Cups, because of the past, thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, person from the past, deep emotional connection with you. Six of Pentacles, this is Taurus energy of balance. This is like trying to balance something back out. It's generosity, it's reciprocity, like you scratch my back, I scratch your back, you take care of me, I take care of you. This is equal give and take, and trying to balance this out. Two sixes in a row, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. In their very first column of cards, that's how that column ended. Two sixes, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. So I've seen all the minor arcana sixes. What I haven't seen yet is the major arcana 6, which is the Lovers. Yeah, balancing this out is the Sun. Happiest card in the deck, Leo energy. Happiness, joy, bliss, harmony. This tells me that you are probably the source of their happiness, this relationship, getting it back, resurrecting it. Probably a case of a person that doesn't realize what they had until they screwed up and lost it, and now they're looking like they're trying like hell. It even looks to me like coming back and admitting what they did, which is a big step, because in today's age, there ain't many folks that will look you square in the face and admit to the shit that they did wrong. They'll lie and duck and dodge and bob and weave and deflect and project and all kinds of other stuff. Usually admitting to something doesn't fall in with what they'll do. When I clarify this Ten of Cups, there's the Star again, the King of Cups, and the King of Swords. So I've got the Star in both decks. It was their central energy, and now here it is in the clarifying deck. Aquarius, major arcana, healing, hope, having the hope that this Ten of Cups with you can be healed. If I'm not mistaken, when I clarified the Star and central to their energy, the Ten of Cups was on the bottom of the deck. So healing it, and right beside the healing is the teamwork, the building something together, which is tied to commitment. It's also tied to that Seven of Swords that happened during the commitment. Next, we got the the King of Cups, which we already saw is the card right below all this work, time, effort, and energy here in the overall energy. This Pisces or Scorpio energy, they have a lot of love and emotions for you. They just don't always outwardly express that. This is a decision-making energy, and this King of Swords is also a decision-making energy. This represents the conscious mind, the thoughts, the logic, the reason, the analytical conscious mind, and this represents the intuition and the emotions. Now it's starting to make a little bit of sense here, with this Five of Wands being their first card, their most important. That internal conflict they're having is between their head and their heart. Luckily, their heart comes first, and it's taken precedent, because I think what their head is telling them is like, dude, you're single for a reason here, because you were being a player and you shouldn't have done that. You should have gotten control of yourself and done the right thing. But following that line of thinking, they do recognize something about something that they need to leave behind them and not do anymore when they move forward. This is them really wanting to leave what happened in the past where it belongs, and move forward together toward what you want, or at least what they want. They do have a lot of love and emotions for you. This is like what their heart wants is healing this connection with you. And what their head is telling them is it probably ain't going to happen here, because you didn't get broken up with for no reason. So expect them to start, if they haven't already communicated with you, it is coming. And central to the whole shebang here is expressing feelings, an apology. If they're going to try and come back and heal it with you, that apology is supposed to be central to the whole thing. If they come back, sans the apology, they don't have the apology, they're not admitting to what they actually did, then no real healing took place. So keep that in mind. Other than like the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, everything looks pretty good. I don't like those energies in there, especially right in the center of it. But with the cards that head that column off, it looks like they have healed some of that stuff, at least admitted to themselves that it was there and recognized it and started doing things to move away from that type of a pain and do the stuff to fix it. So it looks like they're coming back trying to fix things. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Libra love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.